Hi, I'm Dante Disparte, and like many of you watching, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the founder of a company called Risk Cooperative that helps organizations around the world manage risk, readiness, and resilience. I'm honored to share my experiences and views on the link between ethical leadership, business, and decision-making. Welcome to Fundamentals of Responsible Leadership for Entrepreneurs. This lesson is entitled Avoiding Pitfalls and Managing Your Business Ethically. In this lesson, we will review how entrepreneurs can ethically guide their businesses to better manage risk. We'll look at how you can make values-based decisions that will serve your business, customers, partners, and investors. And we'll talk about best practices that will help avoid pitfalls that can result in devastating consequences for your business, employees, and community. In so many ways, entrepreneurs, more so than any other business leaders, have the best opportunity to shape their projects, organizations, and businesses according to their value systems. This is where many of the largest and supposedly most trusted organizations in the world, including in the public sector, have often failed. For far too long, managing risk has been seen as a function of controlling losses and adherence to compliance standards. But as organizations fall prey to complex and tangible risks, from unwanted disclosure due to rampant cyber threats, to breaches of conduct driven by misguided and poorly conceived incentive systems, smart entrepreneurs are realizing that effective risk management involves promoting ethical leadership and values-based decision-making. A key lesson along your entrepreneurial journey that highlights the power of ingraining ethical leadership and conduct in your business is the fact that values matter most when they are least convenient. This is an area that has been particularly difficult for large organizations and even governments around the world, as what happens behind closed doors is often shown to be inconsistent with what happens in public. Entrepreneurs and early-stage business leaders may have the best opportunity in the world to hardwire corporate value systems into their businesses and projects. In an entrepreneurial environment riddled with uncertainty and variability, value systems are the only constant. For our value systems to be more than empty slogans, they must withstand the trial by fire of tough calls, guiding behavior and decision-making when it is least convenient. Your values should be based on the principles of fair play, respecting the rule of law, human rights, and social responsibility. You must operate according to your values every day. Incorporate them into your interactions with customers, suppliers, partners, and investors. And you must articulate them clearly and repeatedly to your employees. And your employees must demonstrate that they know your values and can be trusted to adhere to them. At the same time, they should also know what behaviors will not be tolerated. Our value systems are the sum of our conduct, especially during situations of stress or compromise that might force us to get off our path. The journey of an entrepreneur, and certainly my own, has many forks in the road. But if we hold to our value systems and ethical leadership, we will always find the right way, even in the toughest times. As you develop and grow your business, it's critical that you create responsible business practices that go hand in hand with ethical leadership. These include complying with domestic and international business laws and regulations, avoiding corrupt practices, having professional and transparent accounting systems, screening staff and potential partners to ensure they are and will continue to behave in an ethical manner, adhering to fair labor standards, avoiding human trafficking. The success of your business depends on everyone involved in your enterprise, and listening and responding to them is critical to your survival. Finally, embrace diversity and inclusion in all aspects of your business. All too often, as the doors close on the boardrooms and halls of power of the most consequential organizations in the world, there are too few women, minorities, and other voices represented in those rooms, along your supply chain and in your customer base. As we were building Risk Cooperative into the organization it is today, somehow the question of ensuring not only a diverse but inclusive environment was much easier to do at the design level of our company than after the fact. Diversity and inclusion remain one of the most elusive areas of opportunity for most organizations in the world, and entrepreneurs have a unique chance to shape the future by making it more participatory. Know that ethical leadership can improve outcomes for entrepreneurs and in the greater picture for society. Remember that profit and purpose are not in competition, and that you, as an entrepreneur, can seek your financial stability at exactly the same time you make a positive impact on the world. This triple bottom line of balancing economic, social, and environmental priorities is critically important. Again, responsible business conduct and your personal and organizational value systems matter most when least convenient. These values are not the nice words you might write on your business plan. They are the behaviors and choices you make when you are facing difficulty, adversity, or moral compromise. The ethical leader follows their internal North Star, and this sets their organizations, projects, and people on a path to prosperity. In a world running on only a few of its cylinders, the opportunities in the hands of entrepreneurs to improve outcomes on diversity and inclusion not only will improve their organizations by drawing in more talent and better views from a broader array of community members, it will also set an example that has long-lasting implications and impacts on business and society. Remember, being a successful entrepreneur means being an ethical leader. After you have reviewed all of the lessons in this course, you can test your knowledge and earn a certificate.